What's up, this week's video has been shot multiple times because memes. What's up, pups? This is that one show you get them 5 songs you need to listen to this week, or else. And I said on Instagram, if you pay attention to my Instagram, that I am going to start doing it a little bit differently now, starting now. I'm gonna give you information about the album, the song, or the meaning of the song, or what I think the meaning of the song is, so my videos are a little bit more interesting. So if you like that, hit the like button. If you're new, subscribe to my channel. I do this weekly along with a gaming video every Saturday. So yeah, let's get into the list. Okay, number 5 on the list is Impossible Year by Panic! At the Disco. So in one of the interviews that Brendan Urie, the lead singer for Panic! At the Disco, that he was in, he said for his Death of a Bachelor album, he was trying to get inspiration from Frank Sinatra, and this specific song does that amazingly, and you know exactly who you got inspiration from. And for some reason, this song reminds me of New York by Frank Sinatra, or Old Blue Eyes if you're a music nerd. Kinda did a paper on him when I was like younger, so kind of know some things. But anyway, back to the point. Side note, Panic! At the Disco is coming where I live, but I can't go because my job is like, you know what? You need less hours. We're hiring more people. So you know what? You can't get enough money to do nothing. So I'm like, okay, I see you. Anyway, next up is Cancer by MCR. So this song is really interesting. This song is one of my favorite songs by MCR. Not only is the lyrical content amazing, the singer's voice in this song, forgot his name, so don't get mad at me, can truly be appreciated in this song because the instruments aren't really like hard rock or like, you know, usual MCR sound. One of the best lyric wise in the world, at least to me. Okay, so if you disagree, you can leave. And I tried to look up a video of them explaining the story behind Cancer, but I really couldn't find it. So what I decided to do is I looked at the lyrics, and it seems like this cancer patient that is really sad, but not because he has cancer, but because of the fact that him leaving is going to hurt someone he loves. And I think that's really a beautiful picture to paint. And it's kind of a dark story, and I like I've said in past videos, I love dark poetry because it's just, you can't do that. You can't do stuff like that in lighthearted poetry. You just can't. He kind of paints this picture by saying in one of the lines in the song, hardest part of this is leaving you. Meaning all of this stuff is going on. He's going through chemo, all this stuff. And he's not sad about that. He's sad about the person he loves being sad. And I think that's really beautiful and really interesting. Anyway, next up, Insane by Korn. So this song is fun to listen to, so it's kind of hard to really look and dissect the lyrics. But when you actually pay attention to the lyrics, it tells a really sad story, because from the lyrics, it sounds like they're talking about a cancer patient, like the other song, that is getting in his own head about what's happening. So the story in this song tells you about a cancer patient and how he gets in his own head about it, and he is overthinking every single thing, and he just goes ultimately insane. And that picture is painted by this line right here. Beaten down, dominated by the sound, growing deep within my head, softly dying, its soul is shed, eating me up all inside, cancer finds everything I hide, living my life horrified, nothing keeps me satisfied, out my life. And I don't know, something about that line, like I'm still dissecting it to see if there's anything else I can pull out of that line, but Korn, let me go to it. Let me talk to you about an interview, okay? So that song is on an album called The Serenity of Suffering, and Korn did an interview on like an AOL thing about their album, that album I just said, and I found it really interesting that, okay, so me and the writer for Korn, their music, have the same writing style, and I thought that was really interesting because he said in the interview that he writes with emotion, and that's what I do. If you don't know, I write songs too. Check out my music channel, because eventually I'm gonna have a band, and then we're gonna be like breaker, where's your English? So, but yeah, he was like, some people do it in metaphors. I'm paraphrasing, by the way. Some people do it in metaphors. Some people do it in just telling the story. I choose to do whatever I feel, basically, is what he said. How he feels in the moment what he's thinking, what's going through his head, what he wants to do, or what he should do but won't. And I also thought it was really interesting that he said in the interview that he gets inspiration from like old pop, but he also gets inspirations from bands like Bring Me the Horizon. Just FYI, most of my songs, well, most of the passive aggressive songs are inspired by Panic at the Disco's sound, really. So just saying, putting that out there, just so you know me, fam. And if you've ever listened to Korn, you know they have a specific sound that if they start playing on the radio, you know exactly who's playing. And I also thought it was really interesting because another band that they said they took inspiration from is Rage Against the Machine. And Rage Against the Machine is one of my favorite bands, along with Korn, liked it how in the interview they even said like other bands, they would meet the bands, the people that they were fans of were fans of them, and it was really, and then they get inspiration from each other. I thought that was really interesting, and that's really why I want to start a band, because you can get inspiration just by someone doing a little ditty on a guitar, really. Next up is Using by Sorority Noise. So this song kind of starts out with like a really like slow guitar strum pattern. It builds up and builds up into this explosion where the singer goes, I stopped wishing I was dead. So my camera cut off, and I don't know where I cut off last time. But I was saying something about the line in the song that says, I stopped wishing I was dead. So I'm just gonna go from there. So they did this interview. It wasn't like an official interview or like a professional one. It was just kind of this guy walking around with the camera. And he said the entire album was done with the intent of being very emotional and vulnerable. Whereas he put it, this album was done just to get back to the earth. Although that might be stoner talk for emotional stuff. But you know what? Let's just move on. I'm not gonna judge. Next up is Just Hold On by Steve Aoki. I actually really don't usually listen to electronic music. I was just feeling like listening to like some Skrillex and something like that. But I found this while I was listening to Skrillex, and it's pretty good. There's really no story behind it. I just think it's pretty interesting. So I did this video a lot differently than I usually do my videos. So if you liked it, hit the subscribe button. If you didn't, then I mean, that's too bad. And also, don't let me be the only one suggesting music. What do you think I would like? Come on, give it to me. I can take it. Also, if you like this video, share the video with your friends. It'll help my channel grow, and hopefully we can have a good time. And if you're new, subscribe to my channel. I make this type of video every week along with a gaming video on Saturday. So that being said, subscribe to my YouTube channel to become a pup to the dog squad today. And yeah. Long hair, don't care, put my hand in my underwear. Goodbye. Remember, subscribe or else. Alright, if you finish this video and you watch to the end, I love you. You got the memes. So if you like this video, you want to see more of my videos, click this right here. And even if you're on a little phone or whatever, it's fine. It's cool. It's dandy. You can still push it. Just trust me. Push it. Push it. I swear to you. Also, if you want to watch another video of mine, you can click over here and it will automatically link you to another video of mine. So remember to like, comment, subscribe, all the things. All my social media will be down there. And yeah. Bye.